This is something I saw a while back with YouTuber Stars Not Far 432, when basically he confronts Michael J. Smith, a professor at the University of Wisconsin, a topic I covered many times over the years with astronaut Judy Resnick and Professor Judy Resnick, as you see here, the similarities. Also Richard Scobie. But getting back on topic here, specifically with Michael J. Smith, YouTuber Stars Not Far 432 drove an hour just to question Michael J. Smith and the similarities, of course, with astronaut Michael J. Smith. And let's take a look at the clip itself.
Michael J. Smith is a professor emeritus at UW-Madison. Because I live in the Madison area, looking up Michael Smith had been on my to-do list for a while. Of course, you can't just call up and leave a voice message asking him if he's part of an evil scheme to deceive the sleeping masses. A better way would be to find him in person and ask him. So that's what I did. Is Challenger pilot Michael J. Smith alive and well? Take a look at the footage and let me know what you think. Hey there. Hey, sorry to bother you. I was pulling out and I saw you. I just came by to... Are you Michael Smith?
Yeah.
Professor at university?
Retired.
Retired?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I just stopped by because there's this room. Are you aware of that there's a rumor on the internet?
It's not me.
That people are saying...
Yeah, it's not me, obviously. I mean, anybody that looks at my background, looks where I was born, it's not me. I mean, it's interesting that the Michael J. Smith that was the astronaut looks something like me when we were younger, but really not if you really look at facial recognition.
You never been a pilot, never been in the military?
Nothing like that.
Huh.
No.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's all.
And I don't respond to the emails I get. I get probably an email, maybe 2 a month.
Really?
And I got one guy that's been really hounding me, and I turned it over to the FBI.
Really?
You know, yeah. I mean, it's bullshit.
Okay.
You know, another crazy theory.
Okay.
But that's, you know, not me.
All right.
I'm glad I wasn't him, but he was quite a guy.
Yeah.
You know, but if you look at my career, you look at my CV that's online, all the stuff I've published, all that I've done, it's not even close to what that guy was.
Okay. Yeah, you just sure look a lot. Is the same name.
I know the facial thing, but that's what we look like. What? 40 years ago?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, thank you.
Yeah. Okay. Interesting you came all out here.
I did. I drove an hour. It's, I mean...
No kidding.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, take care.
Yes.
I'm going to break down what we just saw. There's a lot to cover, and let's get started.
I saw you. I just came by to... Are you Michael Smith?
Yeah.
Professor at university?
Retired.
Retired?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I just stopped by because there's this room. Are you aware of that there's a rumor on the internet?
It's not me.
That people are saying...
Yeah.
One thing I'll mention right away, how he looks down a lot when he answers questions. He's definitely the body language of someone that's not telling the truth.
It's not me, obviously. I mean, anybody that looks at my background, looks where I was born, it's not me. I mean, it's interesting that the Michael J. Smith that was the astronaut looks something like me when we were younger, but really not if you really look at facial recognition.
You never been a pilot, never been in the military?
Nothing.
So you just saw him look down again. He's, you know, again, the body language, the eyes say a lot.
Nothing like that.
Huh.
No.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's all.
And I don't respond to the emails I get. I get probably an email, maybe 2 a month.
Really?
And I got one guy that's been really hounding me, and I turned it over to the FBI.
Find it strange how you would turn someone into the FBI over some emails. That kind of reminds me of what went down here with this clip from Bart Sibrel's Astronauts Gone Wild when he enters the home of Edgar Mitchell and conducts an interview, and it didn't go so well, as many know. Let's play a little bit of this, and then we'll continue on. And just a side note, I actually interviewed Bart Sibrel on this channel just a couple years ago. That actual interview is on Rockfin and Bart Sibrel's channel as of right now. Now let's just play a portion of the interaction with Bart Sibrel and Edgar Mitchell.
Take me to court? I hope you do, because we have proof that would prove it in a court of law that Apollo 11 didn't go to the moon. And I think it's something that you should see it. I don't say that lightly, believe me. I don't say it lightly.
You have joking, sir. People can have fun and maybe do that if they feel like they want to have a little fun on a trip to the moon. As an independent producer,
Okay, we're heading out.
doing that is against moral ethics.
Lying about going to the moon is a satanic lie of gigantic proportions.
I don't hit people, but you're going to be on the deck unless you get
I'm heading out. I appreciate it.
and get the hell out of my house.
Whoa. So, after this concluded, they all went outside, and let's take a look at that portion right now. And here's the clip with Bart Sibrel and his camera crew taking off, leaving Edgar Mitchell's home. And take a listen to the interaction and what is said.
See you later. In court, I hope.
Going to call the CIA? Have them whacked?
And that is Edgar Mitchell's son saying that, calling the CIA. So this is very relevant in my estimation. People in power feel like they can contact the CIA, just like you heard. Michael J. Smith said he'll call the FBI on a guy hounding him in emails. I find that bizarre. Why not just call the police? And to me, that's definitely the language of someone that feels like they have some power, they have stroke, and they can do something like that. Call the CIA, call the FBI. And again, that to me is a red flag. Now let's continue on here.
I got one guy that's been really hounding me, and I turned it over to the FBI.
Really?
You know, yeah, I mean, it's bullshit.
Okay.
You know, another crazy theory.
He was about to say conspiracy, but he stopped himself. Let's continue.
Okay.
But that's, you know, not me.
All right.
I'm glad I wasn't him, but he's quite a guy.
You heard him just say he's quite a guy. Not he was quite a guy. He's quite a guy. Again, all these little subtleties here, not so subtle in this case. Just red flags everywhere, like I said. Let's continue.
Yeah.
You know, but if you look at my career, you look at my CV that's online, all the stuff I've published, all that I've done, it's not even close to what that guy was.
Okay. Yeah, you just sure look a lot. It's the same
I know
name.
the facial thing, but that's what we looked like. What, 40 years ago?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, thank you.
Yeah. Okay.
And notice the bricks in the background as well, of course. And that gets in this clip here with Michael J. Smith, the astronaut. And one thing I'll mention too is the ears. We'll talk about the ears a little bit here, because that's one thing that's a little bit off. But let's play this clip. And again, the connection with Freemasonry.
And it'll be my first time to fly. Krista McAuliffe and Greg Jarvis it'll also be their first time, and we're just all looking forward to getting on orbit and getting the secret handshake.
And of course, they always out themselves with the secret handshake and the smiles by the other astronauts in the background. Of course, all Masons, all in the know. And here is your secret handshake when it comes to Freemasonry. And of course, with NASA runway number 33, the only runway at Kennedy Space Center, and Kennedy being 33 numerology. And also, as you see here, going back in time with Buzz Aldrin, with very famous Grand Sovereign Commander, which I showed many times in previous videos, Luther Smith, as you see here in the dual 33s, as I've shown again many times. And of course, what is Masonry all about? It's about keeping secrets. Just like I showed with the clip with Michael J. Smith talking about the secret handshake. You think when he's being confronted, again, by Stars Not Far 432, he's going to tell him, yeah, that was me. I'm Michael J. Smith, the astronaut. Of course not. Again, they're all about keeping secrets. Now let's take a look here at this side by side. Of course, Michael Smith is a very common name, but you add the middle initial J and it's not so common. And of course, the similarities are undeniable. The chin, the mouth, the lips, very thin lips, the teeth, the hair, the part to the side. But one thing is a little bit off, and that's the ears. And I have to, again, as a researcher, I have to look at all aspects. And be honest, the ears are a bit different here. But let's take a look at this one website. And this is in Australia, where they do ear procedures to fix ears that are protruding out a bit too much. And you can see the before and after effect of the surgery itself. Let's take a look here as well with this female. The same thing. And another example, take a look at the ears before and after. So this is something that can be obviously corrected, and the pricing is just over a couple $1,000s. So it's not too expensive, and it can be done. But again, when it comes down to not just the similarities with Michael J. Smith in this comparison photo, also the other astronauts, like I showed earlier with Judy Resnick, and you see the upper lip curl, the curly hair. You have Richard Scobie. One thing that really stands out to me more than anything else when it comes to Richard Scobie is his left eye. It's kind of like a wandering eye here. It's kind of a little bit offset. And it's just, to me, it's just, the similarities are just spot on. It's, it's just amazing. And people, they'll deny the undeniable.